Today is a first alert weather day because of the potential for those severe thunderstorms tonight. We're talking all threats possible: damaging wind, large hail, the possibility of tornadoes. The time frame primarily is a start time about 8 to 10 o'clock for places to the west of Fort Wayne, Kosciuszko County, Wabash County, down into Grant County. In between about 10 to midnight for that in-between area up to about I-69. So I would say Fort Wayne, Garrett, that was asked a little bit earlier. A start time for those thunderstorms anywhere between 9 and 11 o'clock. And then in Ohio, a start time in between about midnight and 1 a.m. with that line of thunderstorms wrapping up and moving out of our area at approximately 2 a.m. An update from this morning is that the severe risk has expanded a little bit further southward than what we were expecting this morning and even yesterday. If you watched us yesterday, if you watched Matt last evening, this area of orange, this level 3 out of 5, was only just in parts of Indiana. Now it includes the northern half of Indiana, really. So all of northeast Indiana and northwest Ohio is under a level 3 out of 5 risk for severe thunderstorms. But I mentioned earlier, we've got the tornado risk, the hail risk, and the severe wind risk. Not all of those things are equally as likely to occur. So let's break that down, looking at our individual counties. So the tornado risk, it's possible. You notice it's a little bit elevated, and this map might be a little bit hard to see, so I'm going to pop it up on screen real quick. So there's an elevated risk for tornadoes in this area in yellow, primarily north of US 24. And you notice those hash marks in there as well. That means that a significant tornado is possible. That's defined as an EF2 or higher. But still notice, even on our threat scale, while it is elevated, it's still on the lower side. Our primary concern this evening is going to be strong damaging winds with gusts potentially as high as 70 miles per hour, maybe even more. Large hail, also possible. The hash mark for the large hail means a hail diameter of 2 inches or greater. And for the wind gusts, that's up to 70 miles per hour. So that's what that hash mark means. That's what significant means. And the satellite and radar currently shows some severe weather developing, but there's a large area that's still not experiencing anything at all. We're watching Illinois for where our development is going to come from. And right now, we're not really seeing that. We're not seeing that development in Illinois or southern Wisconsin, but we look off in Minnesota, same weather system that's impacting them is going to impact us. There are 3 tornado warnings, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings right along this front. So this is evidence that severe weather is starting to fire up. It is happening. Now it's a matter of we have to watch the radar. We have to watch the area just to the west and to the northwest of us to know how this situation is going to develop. But what we believe is that the severe risk is a little bit higher for Fort Wayne in places north. So let's show future track one final time here. Development not really starting even to the northwest of Fort Wayne, outside of our viewing area by 7 o'clock. Between about 8 and 10 o'clock, those thunderstorms starting to become more of a line. And once that does, then we're more concerned with strong damaging winds, those gusts upwards of 70 miles per hour. That line starts to move into LaGrange and Kosciuszko County in between about 8 and 10 o'clock, approaching Fort Wayne in between, like I said, 9 and 11 o'clock, give or take an hour or two. And you can see some areas quite intense. There's these dark spots of red on the map here at about 11:45. As we progress in time a little bit more, you're going to notice to the south of Fort Wayne, a few more thunderstorms developing, 1 or 2 of which could be severe. So that's why that severe threat has extended a little bit further to the south than what it was this morning. And then we're done, like I said, by about 2 o'clock or so. So that's the very latest. Michael Morinelli is going to have more on the severe weather threat on the news at 4. Meteorologist Matt Leach will be in throughout the evening. Liz Braden is going to come in and help out just in case. We don't know that a second set of hands is going to be needed, but in case it is, she'll be here as well, monitoring the situation. And I want to leave you with a couple of things here. So if you're somebody who doesn't have the 21Alive First Alert Weather app downloaded, it's a good way to receive alerts. Just make sure that your phone is turned on. Also, NOAA weather radios. Great ways to receive alerts. My weather radio alerts me very effectively at home if a tornado warning is issued. Unless you're watching a live stream as well, social media is not a great way to receive weather alerts, so just keep that in mind. A weather app on your phone, weather radio, those are two of the most effective ways to receive alerts. And of course, if need be, we'll interrupt programming this evening to provide severe weather updates. I know Matt and Liz will keep social media and the website updated throughout the evening as well. And I do want to leave you with one bit of information as well. I'm fast forwarding now to tomorrow. This is the severe weather threat for Friday evening / nighttime. I don't want to ignore it because it is possible, but that threat I think is much lower than what we could experience today. Much of the area on Friday evening into the nighttime, so this is not the same weather system, is under a level 2 of 5, but you notice the severe risk much higher to the south of us. So we're keeping an eye on Friday. We want to give you the first alert about it, but we want you to know that we're focusing a lot of our attention on this evening because the severe threat is higher for us locally. I'm going to leave you with that severe weather threat for our area this evening, Friday evening into the morning hours. Kathleen says she's concerned about the storms. You know, I understand that some people might be scared, but as long as you're prepared and informed, you know how to get alerts. That's the best that you can do, unfortunately. I was the same way growing up. I was deathly afraid of thunderstorms till I was, I don't know, 15 years old, 16 years old. So I'm not, you know, different from anybody out there who maybe has a fear of thunderstorms. But as long as you're prepared, you know where to go, you know where your safe spot is, you have the latest weather forecast, you have a way to receive alerts, you're as prepared as anybody else. So just making sure. Okay, yep, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to hop off here. This is the full look at the severe weather threat this evening. Like I said, meteorologist Michael Mornelli is going to have more on the severe weather